Hey everyone, Updog here, and today I got a video for you about the Xtreme Xmen in the raids. How are they doing, and what can we expect as far as the new raids go and everything like that. So, wanted to first off start with what I built my team to first to show you, because you know me. If you've followed some of my videos in the past, I like to min-max my roster. So this is what I did with the team. You know, of course, I already had Gambit at Gear 17. You know, for Apocalypse and stuff. I was lucky enough to pull a 1 diamond on him, so that was nice. I was also lucky enough to pull a diamond on Cyclops too, so that was pretty nice. So what I did with the rest of the team was I took them to level 80, all level 80, and then Gear 15, because that's what I did for Pegasus, and I wanted to see if they could match what Pegasus can do, because if they can't, then in my opinion there's something wrong with that, right? Like, why would Pegasus work better at lower investment than the newest team that's coming out? So spoiler alert, yes, this team can get through all 3 nodes without a problem. I would recommend building them a little bit higher just to be safe. They'd probably still sim pretty well. Would being a little bit higher than this, I'd say Gear 16, 85 would probably be good enough for simming right now. So my testing was done in 2.2. Because of the whole Incursion raids changing to Incursion 2 for Strike, and they're going to do another new raid after that, we're only allowed to test in 2.2. So now this is the ISO setup that I had recommended initially in my last video. I still haven't had a really chance to play around with Forge as a striker, but I think that's a good option as well. If you want to build a big Nightcrawler, obviously Nightcrawler is a huge fan favorite. I don't think there's an issue with that. He's a really good character. So yeah, if you want to, I think I'm gonna plan on taking him to like Gear 17. So that'll be even better for performance in the raids. But the rest of the team, I mean, Forge, you probably want to get a little bit bigger as well, because he's the one that revives on the team. So you don't want that person dying as quickly. So, well, let's take a look and see how they do here. So first node. Now I do like this positioning, like Forge on the one end, Sunspot on the other. Sunspot's a little bit squishy. Gambit in the middle because he can go into stealth, and Nightcrawler in the back because he gets the evades. Cyclops just kind of there in the back as well, because you need to keep everybody else protected. So here we go. Now keep in mind, of the T4s that I covered in the last video, you definitely do want Cyclops' ultimate T4'd, because it will clear all of these revives on all these characters. So you do want to start off a little bit, you know, I ability block Captain Sam so he doesn't give the speed up to everybody. I will, and I stunned Quicksilver because, you know, he's Quicksilver, so you want to make sure he's stunned. I did ability block Emma too. So once I get everything all set up the way I wanted, then I start working away at everybody. Forge's special does copy positive effects, so I went ahead and took the effects from Dormammu. Now that ability block on Sunspot was not ideal, but we just had to deal with it. And luckily that stun didn't land. The Gambit ultimate is amazing in raids. Flipping everything and giving everybody disrupt. It's quite nice. And then on top of that, with the Nightcrawler ultimate, it just finishes up whatever you couldn't get with that Gambit ult. So I was trying to get Cyclops charged up here to get it some big damage. That's the one thing I wish that was available, is I wish you could figure out a way to, like, on the charges icon, like, show like a number instead of all the stacks, and you have to click on him and see how many charges he's at. That's one improvement that I wish they would show, because as you'll see through here as I'm playing, I have to go back and check, oh, how many charges does he have? How many charges does he have? So that's one request that I hope they do something about. Make it easier. It would be, you know, it'd be great not just for Cyclops, it'd be great for Deathpool and, you know, Storm if you're going to use Storm. So Red Hulk would be another good one. So yeah, that ultimate from Cyclops pretty much wiped the board. Just cleaning up here, saving cooldowns, and gonna go on to the next node here. I do like the additional charges that Gambit gets as well for the extra ability blocks. That's nice, very nice. I do also like Forge's out of turn pings when he gets all of his inventions and stuff like that. That's also pretty nice. That's another reason why you'd want to make him a little bit, build him a little bit bigger. So, all right, finishing up Captain Sam here with my Gear 15 level 80 team. Pretty impressive. I think it is important if you don't have full charges, like, so let's say going into the second node, if you don't have full charges on Cyclops and a full ultimate ready, then the special is the way to go for Cyclops' first turn. Even on the first node when you're first starting out, it's a great way to get your barrier up, get your defense up going, so that way you can kind of sustain throughout the rest of the node here. So, all right, node 2. This is the one where currently we're using Emma with Death Seed and Apocalypse. I did not do any Apocalypse testing because I wanted to showcase the whole team here, but I'm trying to think. You might replace Sunspot maybe for Apocalypse. Maybe Cyclops. At least for the first node, I think you want Cyclops. This node, you might not need him. But it is nice. Look at that Red Hulk I just almost completely took out with the one blast. With Gambit here, I'm trying to decide if I want to do the ult. And I think I do go with it because that shield security can get annoying. So we'll just take him off the field so he's not a problem. And I think I'm going to save the Nightcrawler ultimate here. Oh, maybe. Nope, guess not. Yeah, the slow, especially when the wave drops in and they have really low turn meter, that slow is just huge. So we'll just clean this up, save cooldowns again. And in the boss node, you'll see I make a little bit of an error. So that kind of seals my fate for the rest of the boss node there. So we'll get to that here in a second. But shouldn't have done that. Learning things all the time. So we'll just finish up this Archangel. So that's why Nightcrawler, building him up higher, because he hits multiple times on his basic and does the AoEs, so a big Nightcrawler would be nice. Alright, here we go, boss node. So, trying to flip all those buffs on... Oh, I did get him, okay. I must have been thinking of another test I was running, so I didn't think I got the Beta Ray build buffs flipped. But so for Sunspot, too many Sun characters. Trying to decide what I want to do, but I'm gonna ability block that Captain Sam again, prevent the speed up. Bishop tries to blast us, that doesn't work. We're gonna get those disrupts out, flip those remaining buffs if we can. That actually didn't land on the Teen Lokis, so they just got some pretty high resistance. Now here's my oh, maybe not. My little misstep. I misstepped with Forge here, so there we go. Wiped out some of the wave there. So who are we gonna stun? We're gonna stun Beta Ray Bill, so that way he doesn't taunt. But he, oh, that's what happened. He resisted the stun. With a bigger Nightcrawler, that wouldn't have happened. So I was I wanted to use the ultimate here on Sunspot because he had all those charges, but with offense down, it probably would have been a little bit unimpressive. Now here's the the misstep I had. I decided to use the ult with Forge because I'm like, okay, my team's looking great. All the evades, they're healthy. No, there's no risk of anybody dying, right? So I just went ahead and used it because I hadn't used it all between the two nodes. Then Morgan Le Fay drops. And a little bit of problems happen, but we do end up getting through it. Ability block on Morgan, which did land. Okay, I couldn't remember. So here we go, Sunspot, big ultimate. There we go. And then he gets counterattacked. So that's the one problem with using Forge's ult. You better make sure that you will either get the energy back quickly, or you better make sure nobody dies, because if you use it and somebody dies, like we're getting close to Sunspot dying over there. Oh, I guess it's, oh, maybe I haven't. Oh, here we go. Here's where I used it. Okay, my bad. So I probably should have picked it the last turn if I wanted to use it. But yeah, that was my misstep, because Sunspot will die here in just a minute. But we do make it through. You probably want to control that Cap World War II a little bit. Try to ability block him. So that way you don't get turn rewound. See, now Sunspot's not looking so hot after that Cap ult, and then Wong kills him. So there we go. Now we're on a four-person team, but like I said, we do make it through it. Well, I think we end up timing out actually. So without that extra damage from Sunspot, we don't make it through. But I was taking a little bit longer to be careful on my ability selection. So between that and then if I would have saved that revive, I think we would have been fine. We're not really in any other danger with my other characters here. Cyclops had offense down again, so that was unfortunate. Didn't get as much damage there. So yeah, you got to be watching out for the offense down. That seems to happen a lot in these nodes. You want to try and maximize your output, your damage output. That Morgan is just too thick to get through with these characters that we have left, and because they're so underbuilt. Yeah, but other than that, that was a misstep on my play. I really like the team. They're really strong in the raids. I'm looking forward to the new 2.0 Incursion raid to see what happens with that. Hoping that my alliance can get started on that. I don't know. I guess I didn't really specifically talk about this, but yeah, I did make sure that all of the newer characters are 4 red and 4 yellows. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope this shows you, gives you an idea of how they work and what to expect. We'll see how Apocalypse plays into this. But, maybe that new Incursion 2 raid, they are going to try and find a way to negate Apocalypse a little bit more and make us use the full team. As a full team, I think they work pretty well. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and remember, just because something works doesn't mean it can't be improved. Catch y'all later.